How are you, everyone? This is Brother Chukuma. We are at Source of Life on 156 Stockwell Road, London SW9 9TQ. Remember, this week, at the end of this week, on the 22nd of February 2022, we're going to have a lecture at Source of Life starting at 5 p.m. till 7:30 p.m. You're all welcome to attend, friends and family. The subject of our lecture will be the subject of burnout and depression. However, before we're going to talk about this subject, before the lecture, I'd like to talk about something that I take really seriously within our community. The lack of or misinformation and the lack of expertise of some of our practitioners, right? Militant, but not competent. So I would like to address the issue of pseudoscience and give you the definition of pseudoscience so we can understand a little bit more what's happening right now. Pseudoscience, a system of thoughts that is not formed in a scientific way. Cambridge Dictionary. Pseudoscience includes belief, theories, or practices that have been or are considered scientific but have no basis in scientific facts. Few examples of pseudoscience practices, and this is very important because you might actually follow one of them or even just have an interest for some of them. Astrology, doomsday scare or end of the world theory, ancient aliens, crop circles, flat earth theory, megalithic or 366 geometry, sorcerers, witches, the sort of like solstice celebration in Stonehenge, and more. Mythical creatures, channeling, levitation, numerology, hypnosis, psychoanalysis, homeopathy, ancient cure or remedies from yourdictionary.com. Characteristic of pseudoscience: assertion that do not allow the logical possibility that they can be shown false by observations or physical experiment. Falsifiability: assertions of claims that a theory predicts something that has not been shown to predict. I repeat, assertion of claims that a theory predicts something that has not been shown to predict. Pseudoscientific ideas are not tested, not testable. Science ideas are tested and are testable and verified. Ideas are not given to scientists from a pseudoscientific point of view to read before they go into a paper called peer review, right? Where other practitioners or scientists will have their say. Science papers are peer review. Pseudoscientific ideas are not based on facts. Science is based on facts and observations. And why this is important? Because again, we have a lot of claims out there, especially using words like energy and how we can cure or prevent disease with energy, using chakras or crystals, and using hands that are righteous or divine to touch cancerous part of your body, or maybe some parts of your body that are in pain, and cure, help, or prevent, right? So this word energy is falling under the bracket of pseudoscience. Be careful when you hear it from some practitioners out there, right? The word energy is used by writers and practitioners of various esoteric forms of religious practices, spirituality, and alternative medicine to refer to a variety of claimed experiences and phenomena that defied measurement and though can distinguish from scientific form of energy. There is no scientific evidence for the existence of such energy. Sorry. Thank you for Jacob right now coming to the shop. So I repeat, there is no scientific form of evidence. There is no scientific evidence for the existence of such energy. Therapies that purport to use, modify, or manipulate unknown energy are though among the most contentious of all complementary and alternative medicines claims related to energy therapies are most often anecdotal, from single stories, rather than being based on repeatable stories or evidence. Right? That leads us to a Latin word, one of my favorite Latin words there, taught or inspired by a French professor that I admire a lot, called Professor Etienne Klein. Ultra-crepidarian, someone who has no special knowledge of a subject but who expresses an opinion about it. Cambridge Dictionary. The origin of the word suto ni ultra crepidam is a Latin word, expression meaning literally shoemaker, not beyond the shoe, used to warn individuals not to pass judgment beyond their expertise. Right? So I'm sure quite a lot of you will recognize some of the people who are falling within this group, right? Spreading fake news, conspiracy theories out there, the phobia of politics, science, right? So ultra-crepidarianism, the habit of giving opinions and advice on matters outside of one's knowledge, right? We have a lot of that in our community right now and in the world, especially since 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic has just shown that social media, fake news, and false informations have fed the world and the community and created what we call opinions and expertise that sometimes isn't even based on the subject that actually matters. So again, I'd like to come back to what we were talking at the beginning, subject that we are going to talk on the 22nd of February, which is burnout, breakdown. And I know a lot of you are looking for solutions out there. A lot of you have been going through stress. A lot of you have been going through broken families, broken relationship. A lot of you are homeless, maybe unemployed, and seeking for solutions in life. And there is another word that I want to actually give you the definitions, called psychosis. The definition from the Oxford Languages. a severe mental disorder in which thoughts and emotions are so impaired that contact is lost with external reality. Two of the main symptoms are delusions and hallucinations. Psychosis symptoms can be triggered by mental illness, abuse, or extreme stress or trauma. The three stages of psychosis: prodromal, a person may find it difficult to focus, understand what others are saying, or keep track of their own thoughts. Irritable, disconnected, overloaded, or suspicious. Acute psychosis phase, that's the second stage, can lead to hallucinations and delusions, emerge and become obvious, confused speech, mood changes, improper behavior, severe anxiety, social withdrawal. And the final stage would be obviously the stages of recovery. And it entirely depends on timely intervention and care. Means that if from the beginning we can allocate where is the problem, therefore we can on a timely we can intervene on a timely intervention and care, right? So the quicker we can recognize those symptoms, and the quicker we can find a solutions. There is not just one solution for those problems, but for us to rely on people who have no expertise, on people who are claiming to be practitioners, who are claiming to be herbalists, who are claiming to be gurus, preachers. We need to understand that we're not fighting against ancient traditions, but what we are trying to do is to explain to you that we cannot take 2,000 years knowledge or 2,000 years ago what was done then and apply those knowledge in the 21st century. That would be really dangerous to do so. We are in modern time. If you had to wait between a donkey, if you had to be brought to hospital, and an ambulance or a car, I am sure that rationally you will take the car solution or the ambulance solution instead of the donkey. That being said, I like to emphasize on the fact that conflict between each other isn't rational either. We are not here, and certainly I am not there to stop you seeing all those practitioners, but just to make you understand that you have other alternatives also, and that you can listen to those who have the expertise, those who have done the work, and who have the scientific methods to explain a subject which they know. When often other practitioners in their pseudoscience field can only but speculate. So again, it's very important to remember about the past, but we have as well to do a balance with the present time or modern time and try to take the fact that a healthy lifestyle can be practiced in an environment of rational mind, and that we both can, with science, go on that great journey called progress for humanity. That science is not there to counteract or to take the life of anyone, but that can also be used to help solving a lot of problems amongst humans. So thank you very much for those who have been listening to our discussions. Remember the word pseudoscience. Remember all those practices which are mentioned under the pseudoscience label. The word ultra-crepidarian, inspired by Professor Etienne Klein, right? To be able to talk about a subject if you're qualified, and to separate your militant mind from your competent mind, right? A lot of time when we're asking the question to those who are saying that they are anti 5G, if you're asking them what does 5G stand for, or what is the technology made of, they will not be able to answer. If you ask the question to someone that is anti-nuclear, why do we use uranium into a nuclear engine? Ask them the question. Ask the question around you about, do you understand the difference between flat earth and round earth? And ask them, how did we come to the conclusion that the earth is round? And can they bring an understanding, or can they bring any curriculum to explain, or any scientific method to explain their flat earth theory, and see what is their answer? So again, a lot of people are militant about a lot of subjects, but very little understanding about the subject itself, and very little competence. On that, you're all welcome to come on the 22nd of February 2022 to listen to our talk on burnout. That will be honest, sincere. We're not going to be dogmatic. Means I don't want to be the only one directing the discussion or leading the discussion. I want us to have a discussion about what's happening in your life, and we trying to give different alternatives and ideas to solve problems with solutions that are not based on pseudoscience, solutions that will help you to empower yourself and help you to find more information and encourage you to become someone that will actually do its own search. That's what the solutions are made of. It's not just about me, but it's about you. How can those solutions around well-being, healthy lifestyle, self-love can help guide and support you for the rest of your life. So thank you very much, everyone. And again, be careful if you're listening to people around you who are talking about fake news, conspiracy theory, pseudoscience. Remember that it's not just about their information, but that their information can be leading people's lives in great danger. So it's not about hating them, it's about discussions like we're going to have during our lecture, and debate. And I like our Professor Klein will put it, debate, it is not to fight physically. In the contrary, is to stop the fighting and find arguments that are often complex and arguments that takes time to make the other view or the other sides not agree on everything that you say, but to find at least some common interest, right? So thank you very much. Do not be conflictual. Live in peace. Prosper in love. And again, when somebody comes with misinformations, make sure that you're trying to reason with them in a calm way, because we are not there to hate everyone. Thank you very much. This is your brother, Chukuma. Peace and well-being.